Welcome back to SnowRunner. We're gonna go do the Shady dealings, which we're a little bit far away from the abandoned vehicle, but it's alright. I'm just gonna drop this trailer out here at the road, and I'll pick it up another time with the Zeeks. I'll leave it like right out here at this area, but we need to get all the way back there. I'm gonna try to keep SnowRunner episodes at 30 minutes from now on. It really all depends, though. If I'm doing something, if I have if I have a task or a contract I'm doing, and I'm close to finishing it, but we're already past 30 minutes, I'll probably finish it. But for the most part, I'm gonna keep them around. I'm gonna try to keep them around 30 minutes. I'm gonna see how it goes. I have also decided to end the Sackboy playthrough, just because, if I'm being completely honest, it's just really not enjoyable without music. And I mean, I obviously can't record it with music because I get copyright claims, so it's just, I'm just gonna play it on my own, and I'll just get the platinum trophy on my own. It's unfortunate. I didn't think about that whenever I started it. You know, I realize now, like, Little Big Planet had copyrighted music. That was always a thing, so like it's not surprising that Sackboy has copyright music. But it just, I don't know, I just don't find it enjoyable. I'm not even enjoying playing the game without music, so I'm just gonna end it where it's at. I'm gonna leave all the videos up, but I'll just get that trophy on my own and update on the channel whenever I do it. I just think that's the better. Actually, let's go down this way. I just think that's the better solution, because it's really just not any fun. So without music, like there was a whole, I think it was just the last episode I had uploaded. One of the levels I did was very, like, you could tell that it was synced to music, because like all the things were like moving like in and out, kind of like on a beat with like whatever the song was, and it was really hard to do the level almost without music. So I'm just gonna play it on my own. I'll be able to turn music back on, be able to enjoy the game actually. So, you know, it sucks, but I don't like doing that. I don't think that's probably really the first game I've done that with, where I've just kind of given up on it for uploading purposes, because as I said before, the whole purpose of my channel here is to play through games 100% and get platinum trophies. So I like to show everything in the game. So the fact that I started it and I'm not going to finish it kind of sucks, but you know, I will finish it. I'm just not going to record it anymore. I'm just going to cut through this grass. But the Callisto Protocol just came out with the final DLC. I believe it's supposed to be the final DLC. And whenever I had pre-ordered that game, I pre-ordered the Season Pass, so I have it. It is exclusive to PlayStation for like till the 29th, I think, something like that. So we're definitely going to check that out. There's some trophies to get, obviously, but we're going to play that, and that'll be what goes up for now until I figure out what I'm going to play next. So, but I need to be doing something, because SnowRunner is really just extra that I upload, because I obviously already have the platinum trophy for this game. So there is no like trophy hunting anymore. I just enjoy SnowRunner. So, you know, I want to complete the game 100%. So I need to play it. And SnowRunner actually does pretty well for me. Majority of my views have been coming from SnowRunner videos. Mostly like my, I have a couple videos on how to set up a Logitech steering wheel, because I do play with the steering wheel occasionally. I haven't played with one in a little while, but it's just a pain for me to drag out and set up. It's heavy and, you know, whatever. But I have a couple videos on how to set that up. So if you'd like to check that out, check them out. They're in the SnowRunner playlist, I believe. But you should be able to find them on my channel pretty easily. I mean, your best bet's just looking in the SnowRunner playlist, because I'm pretty sure they're all in there. There's a couple of them, not all of them, but a couple of them at least are in the... I have a tips and tricks playlist as well. They're definitely in there. A couple of them are, so. I know I've told this like a whole bunch of times, but I think there's new people that watch my videos more than retained viewers, so I don't really mind repeating myself right now. Whenever I first started playing SnowRunner back in 2020, I decided to buy a wheel because I thought it would be super fun with a wheel, and you know, I like other racing games too, so I've always wanted a wheel, like a nice wheel. So I bought the Logitech G29, and it's a great wheel. I love it. I don't have any issues with it. It's not really made for the PS5, but Logitech states that it will work on a PS5, and Sony has even stated that all PS4 peripherals will work on the PS5, and the Logitech G29 is one of those included things that was stated to work, so I wasn't really that worried about it. When I did buy it, I didn't have a PS5 yet, because obviously, I think I bought the wheel before the PS5 came out, I believe. But then obviously the PS5 came out shortly after, and I ended up getting one. Really, did I just high center myself? I ended up getting one pretty easily, luckily, because my friend was like, I think there's a, I can't see shit. I thought maybe there was a stump there, but there's not. My friend was very determined to get a PS5, and he would, like, you know, follow there was a guy on Twitter, I forget what his name was, but it's pretty much who you wanted to follow for restock and stuff like that. And he followed him. I mean, I followed him too, but my friend was just better at it than I was. But he managed to snag the one I have through Target, or one of our local Targets. There's 2 Targets nearby. Well, I guess technically there's 3, but 2 that are relatively nearby to where we live. And he snagged one from the one Target. I was trying from the other Target because they're in 2 different states. I live like right on the border of Pennsylvania, Maryland. So like, I live in Maryland, he lives in Pennsylvania, but like I grew up in Pennsylvania. But either way, the towns we live in are like 10 minutes apart. Like, I can drive not even 5 minutes, less than that, from my house, and I'm in Pennsylvania. So like, it's super close. But anyway, where the hell am I going? Where is this going? Oh, there we go. So I need to go left. But he managed to get one from the Target that's in Pennsylvania, where he lives. And I was trying to get the one in Maryland, closer to where I live. And he managed to get one. Yeah, he managed to get one and picked it up literally that day. And I failed. But then a couple days later, he was still trying, because he was just trying to find one for me at this point. And which the one I have is a disc drive one, which is what I wanted. And he wanted just the digital only one. And he managed to snag a digital only one then from Walmart a couple days later. But the Walmart one wasn't set to ship for like a couple weeks. So whenever he played on this one for that amount of time, and then as soon as his digital one came in, he sold me the one I have now for just, you know, what he paid for it, retail price. He didn't charge me anymore. I mean, obviously he's like one of my best friends. He wasn't going to do that to me. But so yeah, I pretty much have had a PS5 since when did I get it? It launched. What's happening? Why is it making that noise? It launched in what? It was late 2020, and we got them around late February, early March 2021. So it was a couple months later, but I mean, I consider myself having a launch PS5 because basically it's what it was. I mean, you could not get a hold of them. They were almost impossible to get for retail. But he was good at he got 2 of them, and he even got Xbox too, but he ended up selling that, I believe. But they were also easier to get than the PS5 was. So anyway, back to the story. The Logitech has always worked on it. I've never had any issues with it. But there was, this game particularly had some issues where it would do some weird things. And, you know, scouring Reddit and all that stuff, I tried to find, like, tips, and I couldn't find anything. So I ended up figuring a lot of it out on my own. And it was, like, one of the first videos I ever made. And, that's, like, right here. It was, like, one of the first videos I made and uploaded, and it actually kind of did, it did okay. It didn't really, take off until a little bit later. But one of the videos I made that actually took off was a Cyberpunk 2077 video where I made a video on how to make a whole bunch of money really fast, like millions of dollars. There was like a glitch you could do with money, like you basically duplicated loot, but they've patched it so it doesn't work anymore. But now where's this go? Sorry, I know I'm talking and I get all distracted now. Alright, so I need to go back to the road. Sorry, let me get back to this road before I start talking. I can't, like, do 2 things at once. An old manager of mine at one time said that multitasking was impossible, and I didn't believe him at first, but I actually do feel that way. Multitasking is an impossible thing, and nobody can actually multitask. You physically cannot do 2 things at once. You may think you're doing 2 things at once, but in reality you're just slowing yourself down doing 2 different things rather than doing the one thing and getting it done quicker. So anyway, side detail there. But the Cyberpunk video, you could do this thing where you could duplicate loot, where if you took a body without looting it and put it in like a dumpster or like the trunk of an abandoned car, which is how you can like dispose and hide bodies in that game, there would be like a little like loot bag. It looked like a brown paper bag, would float above that spot in the air, and you could loot it and just back up. You'd have to get like 100 meters away from it, and the bag would disappear on your screen, and then as you walk back into range of it, it would reappear and it would have the loot all back inside of it again. And there was a certain mission that you could do where there was an enemy that always dropped 5,000 eddies. Eddies is just the currency in the game, and you would dispose of the body in this abandoned car right nearby, and then you could just loot it over and over and over and over, and you could make like $1 million in like, I think it was like 45 minutes or so. You could get up to $1 million, if not more. Like, I mean, it wasn't quick. You had to definitely grind it out for like an hour, but after an hour just grinding it out, you'd have well over enough money that you would ever need to spend in the game. And there is a trophy in that game to buy all the cars, and that was like, I think 1.7 million to do that. So it did cost a lot of money to do it, and money's not the easiest thing to come by in that game, so it was helpful. And that video actually is what really took off and what kind of made me decide to just start recording and uploading. So, but yeah, but now the videos that really pull in the most views weekly for me are my steering wheel videos for SnowRunner. So there's that. Kind of like this as an image. I still need to get a good thumbnail. I might use that for a thumbnail, but I'm not going to deal with that until I'll take care of that later. So let's see what else we got here. Refurbishing is what's active. That we got to do logs. I don't really want to do logs. We could do this, I guess. Because we're actually pretty close to that. I need to... That's the right way, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't even remember what I was saying now. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, so that's why I still like playing SnowRunner, because one, I love the game, and two, it does tend to get views more than any of the other videos I upload do. My Callisto Protocol videos tend to get views as well, but I've also made quite a few videos on tips for that game as well. So obviously there's a trend there. I need to make more videos with tips. I've made SnowRunner tips videos that I've, you know, gotten views and had engagement with comments and whatnot. So like obviously those do well and I need to do more of them, but it's just hard for me to come up with videos to do that with, so I don't know. I guess I need to be better at that. But I do have some other SnowRunner tips that I would like to make another SnowRunner tips video for. I just haven't done that yet. I'd like to make an Amur tips video, because that's one of the probably hardest regions in the game that a lot of people tend to have trouble with. So I don't know. I haven't been playing. I have another save file that I play on that I don't record on. I haven't really been playing on that in a while, because I was playing it just for fun, like, you know, during the day when I don't have the chance to record, because I have two boys. The one's school age, but the other one is not. So, but obviously it's summertime now, so he's not in school, and it's just hard. I can't really record during the day, but it's besides the point. I haven't been playing that because I've been playing other games like Death Stranding, and now Sackboy is going to be on that list because I'm just going to play that on my own to platinum it. At the end of the day, I just like getting platinum trophies, so that's what I do. If you like that kind of thing, stick around, check me out, because that's what I like to do. I'm not even really just a platinum trophy hunter. I just like to 100% games, especially trophy lists. Like, if I really like the game, seriously, I just repaired everything. If I really like the game and it has DLC that isn't required for the platinum, I'm probably going to get the DLC to get those trophies. So there are some games that I've given up on because they're just really hard, and I mean, I'm a decent gamer, but there's some things that just I try and try and try and I just can't do it. And Resident Evil 7 is one of those games, Biohazard. There is some trophies in that DLC that I couldn't do, and I gave up. Like the Ethan Must Die, couldn't do it. The nightmare mode on like the zombie type like mini game that's there, I gave up on that. It was just I don't know, I tried over and over and I just couldn't do it. Where's that? Right nearby where I am, so let's do it. But yeah, so like there's some things that, you know, I just call it quits because it's just too hard. But there are some things that I have, you know, really almost lost my mind over too, like Crash Bandicoot 4. That shit was fucking awful. But I did it. And I'm pretty proud of that. I do like my skill-based challenging platinums. Those are probably the most enjoyable to have and to unlock. Games that are just hard because like it's grindy or like there's just a lot to do, those are cool too, but I'm not a huge fan of grindy platinums. What I really do enjoy is open world games and collectibles and getting all of those. That's just, I know some people hate that, but I actually enjoy it. Some games go too far with it though, like Assassin's Creed. Valhalla was horrible. But I do have the platinum for Valhalla, but I haven't played, I think there's been like 2 or 3 DLCs released since I've platinumed the game, and I haven't played any of it. The last DLC I played was the Paris one. So I haven't played anything else. But I think there was a couple more DLCs released. But I do like Assassin's Creed games, and I would like to platinum more of them. So that's something I might do as well. Syndicate was one of my favorite ones, but it was broken on the PlayStation 5 for the longest time, but it has been fixed now. So there is that. So that's one I could potentially do. I'd probably have to restart it, but I have gotten a lot of platinums. I mean, I guess I could download my save, my PS4 cloud save. I don't know. We'll see. If I bring it back, I don't know if I'll record it. I may just do it on my own. But Origins, I played a lot of. I never played Odyssey. Black Flag was one of my favorites, but I think that one's pretty difficult to platinum nowadays because I think it has multiplayer trophies, and I don't know that it has much of a multiplayer presence anymore. So I don't know. I never played Assassin's Creed 3, which I know is crazy because that's a lot of people's like favorite. That's like the Civil War one with the Native American assassin. Connor, I think his name is. Connor is Connor Kenway, right? Because Edward Kenway is his father. He's the pirate assassin in Black Flag. I think I'm right on my lore with that. What's the Paris one? Unity. Unity was fun, but that was another one that was very heavy on multiplayer. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to look those up and see what the multiplayer business is on them, because I don't really like multiplayer trophies. I'm not a big fan of it. One of the games that comes to mind that, like, I love the game is The Last of Us. The remastered, I have the trophy for, or the platinum trophy for. I never actually platinumed the original on PS3 because I didn't like the multiplayer and I didn't ever want to play it. So that was mainly why I never platinumed it. But when the remaster came out, I told myself I wanted to platinum it, so I did it. And I did the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is unique for sure, but I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy PvP. It's never been something I enjoyed. I always hated Call of Duty. I was just never into it. I mean, one is probably because I wasn't good at it, so I just didn't like it. I'm way more into single player games and stuff like that. PvE. I mean, I'll do pretty much anything PvE. Because my mentality with that is like, I can beat a computer if I learn it and practice it. But beating a human when they're better than me at a game, it's just not something that's in the cards for me. I've never really been into it. I've never been good at it. so I never cared much to be good at it. I feel like all I've done these past 2 episodes is just ramble. But I think that's kind of what SnowRunner needs. If you don't do that in SnowRunner, then I guess it'd be kind of boring. Because there's only so much I can talk about with the actual gameplay. Like, here we are delivering to the expedition camp this fuel trailer for the task stocking up. Like, it's so stupid. Like, what else am I supposed to talk about, you know? But once we deliver this, we're going to end this episode. We've actually been getting a lot done. I feel like this is the way to do it. I've just been, like, talking and doing the tasks as they come along. Alright, well, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed. Stick around, check out some more of my videos, leave a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to. I will see you in my next video. Have a good one.